That was a little too much. That was a little too much. Well. Hey, buddy. What's all this weird yellow shit? What the fuck? What is this, bro? Is that a rope of some sort? Yeah, it is. What the fuck? Is that a rope? What the fuck? Yeah, I guess it is. Ugh, gross. So, it's left of one. Dog, you're nasty. Murderer gross. What's going off? He has a low pitch. Everyone's like, eh. They got a little low pitch McGee over there, just like, oh, they're definitely going off out there. Chilly. Be as cold as ice out in here. I've been looking for like one specific hat, like all morning, this morning. And I've yet to find it. And it's a little annoying. It'd be so dumb if it was like somehow stuffed in a pocket or some shit. That'd be really annoying. Like I have one of my other jackets and I just have that hat, little rabbit fur beanie just stuck, shoved in a pocket somewhere. That's probably what it is, actually. Chances. So, Calf, you handsome baby. You handsome baby. What? Okay. He's a good boy, huh? Up. 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 Get up. Oh. Dropped it. Up. There you go. There you go, buddy. You sweet little boy, you. Yeah. Yes. Come on. Can you stop being dumb? There we go.
Oh. Like it doesn't happen. What do they call that? Flow state?
Yeah. Flow state.
Where you're doing something that you're really familiar with and you get in this like repetitive, not repetitive, but just like you get in this mode where time goes by really fast. And like that for me is double when I'm playing a game that I really vibe with and I'm talking.
Time just flies on by when you don't even think about it.
I told the crew yesterday that the new bunker does not have as swanky a backyard for me to do these. I'm probably doing a lot more indoor streams.
Join the indoor crew. Like us. Keeping it nice inside.
I'm pretty sure I know which one. I just need to get a new desk or an extended desk.
If anything, especially to stay
Or
warm.
get my monitors mounted to my desk. That would be the actual. Either get the monitors mounted to a wall or to the back of the desk so they're not taking up like real estate on the desk. You don't need a fan that is every different kind of artist. But a carpenter would be super helpful with this. I would definitely give that fan some business.
Zerkoff, where'd you go?
Have them carve like
Zerkoff!
it's
Zerkoff!
like a two-story. They're talking about having them carve like a swingy spider.
Zerkoff!
Yeah, just like to my specifications, the right height for me, the part of the space that I need for me, swank it out.
There you are.
I'd like it.
Hey, buddy.
Well, thank you.
He's a good boy.
Cool. Wraparound desk, I like a lot. I've had wraparounds before too. It's just so huge. They take up so much fucking space. I know I'm asking for a lot. I want a desk with a huge amount of real estate.
I like kind of one of those wraparound desks, but they're huge. Like, you kind of need a big ass room for something like
Unless
that.
you just got like, because a lot of times the wraparounds are desk and they got that bookshelf behind it that's connected to the back of the desk and it's all one big like office. I don't need that shit. Like, I can't.
Hey, I'd be down for that shit. I got a bunch of books I need to collect and store.
Light through it. What I really need
Organize up.
to do, honestly, is look at to get a cheaper TV and use a TV for my main monitor. It's been way too fucking long. It makes no sense for me to be using two regular small. Actually, my monitor's so fucking useless. I've got one.
Having TVs or computer monitors are so good. I love
Which
it.
is cool.
It's actually
about
legit really nice.
5% of the time when I play a game that actually runs an ultra wide or something. And other than that, having
It got me out of
ultra-wide just does not serve
I
me
super
well.
hate watching John Doyle. Why would you
I
put yourself for
probably
that?
just Get rid of the ultra wide, have one.
I mean, at least it's. I mean, at least you know, ain't
TV mounted on the wall.
wasting your life, you know, going down rabbit holes on /pull or whatever the fuck.
TV's not.
A bunch of those little, like, incels came back again last night, and that was pretty hilarious. And eventually, my friend, Rip City actually found, like, their posts on me over there, and wow, I'm not surprised.
I don't think it's.
I mean, when you have no life, basement dwelling incels who the only legitimately productive thing that they could do in their life is just put a .45 caliber up to their temple and pulling the trigger. Like, I mean, aside from that, there's no actual, like, substantive value thing that these sad fucking pieces of shit actually, you know, put forth into society. So it's just like, so, you know, they just basically spend their terminally online lives, you know, either popping their zits and fucking, you know, going down on, you know, 8 raids and shit.
I use that for my shit. Like, I actually use it over like 2 monitors, basically. I have my OBS open on one half of it, and I have the actual stream of YouTube and a couple other tabs open right next to it. Square aspect ratio. So I might just keep that one.
I mean, honestly, John Doyle's definitely one of these people anyway.
Get rid of that big funky.
Nick Fuentes especially. Like, he's, like, legit the head of all that shit, I guarantee you.
That would be like a huge,
Laser Grease Trap was great. Yeah.
quality.
I finished it up before starting it.
I wouldn't have that. I can turn that fucking other monitor off. And it would be torching my fucking face. As it stands right now, I haven't even turned on my fucking lights in there. I haven't even turned on my just started getting these fucking headaches every time I shoot, every time. Whether I'm wearing fucking sunglasses or not, just being bathed in that blue light that comes off those monitors and having them so close to my fucking face. Spent too much of my life hunched over my desk like a Morlock, looking into like
Come on, Rock.
directly into the shit. Congrats on 50 DFF. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
Look like fucking Morlocks over there.
Oh, I see what you did. I got 1400 TV mount. Oh, wait, I got 1400 TV, no mount or warranty for 638 TV warranty with a mount.
Hey, Zuka.
$100. That's the half price. That's nice. You can get deals if you don't care. That's the thing about like electronics and TVs especially. Like, I know people get into this like TV culture where they gotta have this certain kind of TV, whatever the crispest, coolest 8K,
Crispest
fucking OLED
5000K
I
TVs.
don't-
Yes, we must have those.
TVs there, and it works. I'm happy with it.
Beautiful.
I don't know what. I mean, I can appreciate some movies on a nicer TV or whatever, a bigger TV, but it's not like I don't have.
I didn't think there would actually still be people who are like hyper into trying to get like. Well, I guess that's. Yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what am I saying? There definitely is, you know, strong culture about that still. Gotta make sure you get the best, most hit TV. It used to be pretty cheap, but now I think they've come back up in price again because of chip shortages and all that fun shit.
It's not a, nobody said, nobody, it's not a plasma TV anymore. They don't even make plasma. But I feel you. Dude, it took me a couple of years to untrain myself from calling them plasma TVs.
Just sounds cooler that way. Plasma.
Yeah, see, I don't go into these fucking stores and shit, so I really don't. Like, I have not seen how those work, like the curve. Have you ever looked at a curve?
Well, I've seen those curved TVs.
What does it do?
I don't get those. Like, I mean, it just seems like you're you're adding some weird oblong obstruction to the screen because it's curved. So you're not seeing it like it's supposed to like give it more of a 3D feel or something. Like it feels like there's depth. I don't know. They're not really curved very like intensely. They're usually like ever so slightly. Like it's like barely like that. It's probably like less of a curve than that, but they still got curve to them. It's just like, huh? Is this supposed to have depth? Is this supposed to be like if you're at a corner, then you can see
the TV that's basically just like a poster that you hang up on your wall now is really cool. I mean, we're just like one step from
curved like a pen.
One big giant blank wall.
I mean, it's not even like that. It's just.
You know what I mean? Like
it's just a TV, but just curved.
It's projectors without the projector.
I mean, it's just.
Things are flat.
I mean, I don't really get the logistic of it. Like, what if you're centered, then you get like the best view experience. But what if you're not in the center of the screen? It just, I don't know. It just seems like a extra aesthetic that it's like, hey, look, this is even cooler. It's like, whatever.
So that's gonna enable people to have, like I said, there will be rich. These places will do it first. Like these retail outlets, you'll have rooms you walk into where every wall is a TV.
Oh, that'd be so
They've
cool.
got, like,
every wall is just literally a TV.
3D landscape that is continuous through all the TVs, and they've had specially.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just slowly but surely start morphing up holodecks.
Like the store or some shit. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna enable all kinds of stuff. Praise be to Saltesh, King of Kings. He's seen the fall of Rome. Wow, beautiful poem. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas. It will probably be used for big ads first.
pretty happy for work day today. It's gonna be an early close. Thor's closing early.
Maybe.
I am liking that. Yeah.
Nowadays. I've seen some crazy digital billboards, but they look pretty low res.
So I'm closing. Store's closing at 7 instead of midnight, so.
It's going to be interesting. That's for sure.
Unfortunately, that's not going to necessarily mean I'm going to have time to do last second shopping or anything like that. Unfortunately, this year I just didn't have time for any of that.
Now that it's not raining.
So I'm just going to present myself, just, you know, pretty good tidings. Try to do that with, you know, try to, like, you know, have the gift of just, you know, hanging out and having a little bash with folks. Friends and the family.
You want a Pip Boy? Like a real one? They could make it with those little flat screens.
They actually have Pip Boys now.
A little bit.
Like, I mean, they're not literally like a Pip Boy from the game, but, I mean, you could technically get a Pip Boy made up.
Yeah, they don't look comfortable.
They don't.
Televisions are for sheep.
Televisions are for shape. Goddamn liberals. Their shapefulness. I'm happy with what I got. Got Switch, I'm enjoying some Nintendo games this new year. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this year is not going to be like a big bombastic Christmas or nothing like that, you know, so it's going to be more of a kind of laid back one, which I'm fine with. At least for me, like, honestly, like, when it comes to the whole, like, Christmas thing, like, the gifts are legitimately a very nice thing about it, but that's not, like, the fundamental, like, end-all be-all for me. Like, everything else that kind of surrounds it, like, the kind of the festivities, getting with people, you know, having feasts, shit like that. Like, that's kind of, you know, to me, more of the core for it. And, of course, you know, you like, you know, having some gift exchange as well and shit. But, I mean, to me, that's not, like, the biggest part to it. So, yeah, I'd say it's an important one, too. But, if, you know, if it's something that, you know, a person can't do, I don't think that it should be, you know, like, held up on them. But for some reason, there's a lot of people that do, and are like, "Oh my God, they didn't get anything from my union." It's like, well, sometimes just people can't. We're making honey glazed ham tomorrow. Yum yum, I say. Ooh, that sounds good. Probably having some turkeys, but might have a ham. Not too sure what. One of the two. You know what? I just realized. I think my front door might be open. So Zukof's probably exploring the front yard. Oh, no, you're not. You're right there. Okay, you're not. You're good. You are good. I just want to make sure you're not running around or running away or nothing. At least it's in the front yard. Like, backyard's okay. Zukof's a good boy. Yeah. We'll go with that. Sometimes he'll be a little escape artist. Like, I'll find him in the front yard or, like, legit, like, rummaging around one of the neighbors' yards because he somehow got up to the front yard, and it's like, you fuck. That's not being a good boy. And of course, he's all happy and excited once he sees me again. He's like, where have you been? Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, sweet little baby. Oh, look, buddy. Ooh, sweet boy.
Fucking giant human chain.
Yeah?
That
What?
it probably weighs more than, dude, fucking a giant human link chain. Like, gold is so heavy. I've never been able to hold it. I'm trying to remember what color it was. It was just like one of the denser ones.
That's his booty right there, and that's his little nose right here.
Super heavy.
What are you doing?
Freaked out. It's like the size of a rock. Yeah, maybe it's
Goofy baby.
I remember you had this other piece. There's this other absurd piece that's like basically a dollhouse. Like it's a giant house on a chain, and it's all iced out. It's all made out of gold, iced out with
A house on a chain?
with the accents. And then if you flip the chain over, it's like a dollhouse. Inside, you can like there's all kinds of like little diamond dudes chilling around a TV. And there's like, you know what I mean, like. It's like,
Damn, flexing.
I can't remember who that one was for. That one was like a rapper. It was one of these dudes that makes the rapper jewelry, showing off some pieces that he was working on. Was it Uzi? Yeah, it seems like an Uzi bird.
Uzi Vert. I love these different rappers sometimes where they got like some crazy ass fucking shit. Like, I'm gonna have a dollhouse chain.
Like, man, I hate women.
Just gonna fucking flex that bitch. Just fucking does it.
How it makes me feel going out flexing it, but he's like, dude, you have this on your neck.
Putting straight up a diamond ingrained in your skull. Just fuck it.
Drags, you know what I mean? It's just. What's next? An iced out mech suit. I mean, they're getting there, man.
Iced out mech suits, dude. I want that. Like the next fucking SoundCloud rapper just comes out with a fucking iced out
Like
diamond,
diamonds that
grizzled out
have
mech suit.
cut and clarity, sparkle, really expensive.
That would actually be pretty fucking epic. I'll have to, even I have to admit that. That would be pretty badass.
Yeah. They're still expensive as fuck. They're just not as expensive as diamonds. The lab created diamonds are still only a few fucking ways you can get them, so they keep the price high.
Because there's a monopoly on diamonds. I think there's only like
That's true. That's
3
the nice
major
part about it.
companies, and one of them's in Russia, and
See, a
the
lot
other
of-
2 I think are
like, a
in
lot of these
America.
rappers, though, they don't want that shit. They get these like, what are they called? A4 diamonds or whatever the fuck. These, just like they want diamonds that were mined up out of the ground, and they want the rarest, most beautiful, sparkling, icy, water clear, real diamonds, because they want to pay that extra money for it, because they want to, you know, be able to say like,
Got this
None of
extra
this
flex
lab
on you, bitch.
created all
Boom.
this.
What are you gonna do about it?
you know, this real ice or whatever the fuck.
It's like,
They
damn,
got some
son.
crazy fucking pieces, man. I guess the dude that spends the most on jewelry in rap, according to most rappers, is Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane?
And I'm not even a huge fan of Gucci.
I don't even know who that guy
but
is. Another one.
they've had like that series that I used to watch. They would always ask the rapper like, "Who's the best in the game?" And sometimes the rappers would be like, "I am," or "I'm trying to be," or whatever. But like everybody that gave an answer was usually Gucci, because he just goes over the top. Like he'll go and get shit that's like it doesn't look as impressive if you look at it from afar. But then when you zoom in on it, you see it's got giant fucking diamonds in it, or whatever the fuck. Like he's got a
Damn.
pinky ring or whatever that you wouldn't tell them how much it costs, because it's just basically like a giant diamond on his finger. Yeah. And
Jesus.
he wouldn't. He was like, I'm not even gonna tell. He's like, I want
I ain't even gonna tell you what this is worth, bitch. You don't even get that luxury.
to say like I don't even want to. I don't want you guys to know how dumb I went on this one.
Damn. I ain't even gonna tell you how much I just
But
dumped
he's
on
got,
this
like, the
bump
high quality shit.
bump of a diamond on my pinky, bitch. It's like, whoa.
Cuban links that are all just dotted with fucking diamonds and shit.
Damn.
Some real high quality custom pieces. There's some people that probably have some pieces that are like bigger and more opulent than any one of his, but he's got more of it. He's got more.
Just got more in the game when it comes to a damn son.
His diamond, like he's more about like the little shit, but knowing that it's worth a lot. He's got these diamond earrings that he was wearing that he wouldn't tell him how much it cost either, but the baguettes in those diamond earrings were just fucking like, they were like dimes in his ears. It's like,
Well, give it to the SoundCloud rappers and shit, like, or the Littles. They all got, like, weird, crazy fucking,
that's the thing,
like, very big expressive ways to, you know, just kind of, like, flex out some shit.
I would never leave the house with it. Ever. Like, I'm not the type... That's why I think it's so interesting. That ultra-opulent lifestyle. That's why I look at, Doug...
Yeah, knowing me, I never leave the house with shit like that. I wouldn't even, like, leave, like, a jewelry table. I would just be like, you know, if I had people over, I'd let that be a conversation piece instead. There ain't no way I'm wearing it. They're like, yes, this is my dollhouse chain that I have here displayed. You could flip it around to see it if you like. To see the dollhouse from within.
Like, no matter how much money I had,
but you can only touch it once.
In my life, you could rich me up. Like, even if I got super rich, I'd probably spend more money on certain things. I could probably get a bigger house or just buy a house outright or whatever. But when it comes to, like, that, having that super
I totally would too.
high-end, opulent, fucking, like...
Or at least just rebuild the house here.
I don't know if I can fucking have it around me. I think it would bring me more nervousness than it would joy, you know? And so I think that's why it's interesting to look at it. Oh yeah, I love looking at those. There's a guy that another YouTube channel called Producer Michael. He's a music producer, and he dabbles in movies, and he's a multi-hundred millionaire. Has his own jet and all that.
Jesus.
Shit. And his particular thing is like rare watches, and he has an insane collection of super high-end watches. Some of them are just absolutely
watch collector.
I can't remember the name of it, like the Astro.
I'd buy a modest-sized house somewhere where pod's legal. Well, yeah. That's why I might just, you know, rebuild this one and maybe buy a second property to where I can kind of be more my escape home, where I want to be more quiet, or be in an area more quiet.
Super precisely, so you can see where the moon is.
Probably invest some of it and then fucking go from there. Just keep the rest of it to just kind of like just hold up and just chill with. Like, I honestly wouldn't be like a hardcore opulent guy. Like, I probably would collect some things, but it wouldn't be like opulent shit. It'd be more like, you know, military memorabilia, like rare-ass vintage guns and shit, you know. It'd be more stuff like that, which isn't necessarily opulent.
But he's just got so much money, and he's got so many of them, that he can just hop in his car. By the way, he does his cars, too. And he's one of these rich dudes that's always... He doesn't have one car that he buys and drives around for a while, and then he gets a new one. He gets a new car every fucking, like, 6 weeks. He gets a brand new fucking Rolls, whatever the fucking hotness is. Like, I remember at one point he had the Rolls-Royce SUV, which is crazy. And he drives that around for a while until he gets sick of it, and then he just sells it on the market. He doesn't... If he loses money, he doesn't care, but he probably doesn't lose money. There's a lot of these things, like... A Ferrari, for example. You can't even buy a fucking Ferrari from the factory. Right. You have to be on a list, and you are offered, like, hey, you want to buy a Ferrari? So your only chance as a pleb to get a Ferrari is to get one on the secondary market. So a lot of these rich dudes, it's called flipping Ferraris. If you're on that list, you go buy a brand fucking new Ferrari at the dealer. They sell it to you for $600,000 or whatever it is, right? Get all the fucking options.
I didn't even know this.
You can immediately drive that thing off the lot and flip it on the open market to some other, like, you know, lower tier millionaire for like a $200,000 profit. Just $800,000. Here you go.
Damn.
Right.
Why is Ferrari not just like let people buy it off the...
This is a big deal in, like,
wow.
millionaire
When you have such elitism and such opulent, like, upper class status to where if you're not within a certain echelon of elitism, you can't even get on a list to get a fucking car. Wow.
There's some crazy fucking car manufacturers.
It's making me realize how the shit actually is.
You know, they're not the typical fucking names that you know Ferrari.
I mean, it's like, I think in, like, Dubai, straight up, like, Ferrari gives the police their fucking Ferraris. Like, I shit you fuck not. Like, look at their cop cars in Dubai. Like, they're straight up, like, fucking Ferraris and shit.
They've got a black car, right?
Fucking straight up, like, bougie-ass cop cars, dude.
doesn't depreciate.
And honestly, in a way, it's just like, I mean, I guess I prefer cop cars having those versus fucking just these big hunk of, like, armored mini tanks. So, I mean, you know, in a way, I guess, suppose it's a little better.
That allows you to buy a factory new Ferrari. You actually, it goes up in value once you have it because it's so rare to be able to get that.
Yep.
You keep it, they send it to you in a fucking crate, all boxed up. You don't even unbox it. Some of these dudes probably don't even look at or drive the car because that would take $100,000 off the value. They want that factory.
Just looking at it decreases the value.
You just made $200,000 spending $600,000.
Damn.
That's the whole game. Like just this little area that I'm talking about. Is
I guess Ferrari probably gets a cut out of this somewhere. I mean, they make money on it either way, so I guess they don't give a shit.
Just having the access to that much money lets you make even more back. Most people can't get on that list, let alone...
I'm so rich, I make money off money.
$1,000 supercar. But the people that can...
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a weird feeling maybe something like this should probably be regulated. I have a feeling maybe laws should probably apply here.
Like they'll buy these supercars and then rent them to people. Oh yeah, because it's like your chances of ever sitting in one of these fucking things is absurd. It's absurdly low.
I think the most, like, luxurious vehicle I've ever sat in is a Porsche.
At a car show.
And it was an old-ass one, too, from, like, the 90s or something. So by that point, it wasn't even, like, a high, upper-crusty type of car at that point. Back in the 90s, it would have. But it was more of, like, an upper-class sports car at that point. You know, by the time it was... By the time I was driving around in it. It's a pretty cool car. It was definitely, like, a little sporty car and shit, for sure, but... I mean, it wasn't exactly, like, opulent, per se.
It's a world that even if I
mean, to me it was. But in comparison to, like, Ferraris and shit.
Just inherent nervousness in nature ever buy something. That Astrolabius watch that I was talking about is like over $1 million worth of watch.
Why is a watch worth that much?
Just so you can appreciate the craftsmanship of it. And walk into it. I mean, it tells you, actually, it tells you everything. It tells you, that, like, if you don't, but you have to know how to read it. It doesn't have a traditional, right. It doesn't have a traditional, like, digital readout where you can say, oh, it's 6:30. Like, you've got to know how to read it. But it tells you what time it is, what phase the moon is in, like, what fucking time of the part of the year it is, what the fucking...
Okay, I mean, it's a cool watch, but is it worth $1 million? No.
Like I said, it's like a little...
It ain't worth no goddamn million.
...of the world made out of diamonds.
Okay, diamonds. Okay.
Sapphire crystal dome that itself...
A sapphire oh my fucking god, why have such a ridiculous thing? Sweet Jesus.
Just the dome that goes over it, 300,000.
Oh my god. What the fuck? We're just having like a revelation on opulence here. Jesus Christ. Absurd.
Maybe you could. Just hit a button on it.
Just like, yeah, here's like $1 million watch because just the dome in it alone is worth like a third of that. It's like, fuck.
I'm not even fucking kidding you, bro.
Wait, there was a hunk of meteorite in that?
These things, it's given to you
what
inside
the
a
fuck?
hunk of actual hollowed out meteorite. And there's a specially nested little cove for it inside of the meteorite. And when you flip the fucking meteorite open, there's a little screen that comes on and plays like a fucking demo video of your thing showing all these cool shots. It's got like a little LED screen. Fucking what?
Okay. Goofball.
Yeah. True.
I could definitely tell it's going to get a lot colder tomorrow because it's really chilly today.
Commissioned pieces that are just insane.
I can see the be boons. Mmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where all of
I'm going to close that door back here, actually.
You never really commissioned pieces, or he would have people add things to them, but he would just walk into a jewelry store and buy the biggest thing. Like whatever the biggest, most ostentatious, crazy shit was in the window, he'd be like, I want that. So he's got a bunch of these big, old school plates and shit. Crazy.
Well, don't tell me there's plates that are opulent as shit too.
I don't know why it interests me. I don't lust after those things. I just find them really cool. I find it interesting how intricate, like high-end cars and watches and jewelry and shit can get. It really kind of.
I find it more shocking than interesting,
like,
at least for me. Where it's just like the fuck.
Crazy, dude. It's pretty unamazing. Like the level of opulence some people have is, and when we're talking opulence, we're not just talking about the shit I just mentioned. The cars, the yachts, the fucking jewelry.
The plates, apparently.
The jets. We're talking about just their lifestyle. Like
suits even, I bet.
The ability for them to be anywhere on the planet they want to be. And the ability for them to actually own pieces of the planet that they want to be on. And move between them at will. You don't have to do
that's the fucking, like, disturbing shit about so much of the owner class shit. Like, when you really break down, like, because if they have, like, the amount of wealth to essentially, like, flex on, like, diamonds and fucking, like, chains and cars and all this shit, imagine what they can really do with, like, just the planet.
You're elevated to what would have been
just with, like, these smaller time fucks versus, you know, these big ones, too.
Where you have all your little subjects running around doing all your busy work for you, and you get about, you know, doing whatever leisure activity. I mean, that's
you only have to put in like 0.2% of the work while all your puppets do it.
Absolute and complete privacy. Not everywhere that you go, but anywhere that you want it.
Probably don't get the same type of spine and shit.
For like 6 years or some shit. They just barely ever fucking show up on camera for anything. But they own Walmart, and they have this level of fucking opulence. That's probably why they aren't seen, because they can just move around and pretty much
be opulent as fuck and have private jets take them to wherever they go and be pretty much quiet and anonymous as fuck.
It always reminds me of that movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, that we watched. Do you remember when he takes her to that? I don't know.
I mean, when you basically have enough fuck you money where you can just hide like that and just be able to, like, you know, just like let the money machine just rake up for you and shit, you're too fucking rich. I can have me and my family be opulent and move around from place to place while the rest of our plebeians, you know, continue our work for us. Yes. It's like, oh god. Gross.
Every day. And he just used it every once in a while. It was like a place he went. He needed to decompress. Sub Paul, if the country keeps going down the path it is on, how do you see it ending up or ending? I'm just curious what your take on that is. I don't know. You know, that's a tough question. There's certainly a lot of existential crises, and thank you, by the way, for the donation. There's certainly a lot of existential crises that we face as a species. The biggest one being
like rich,
change.
Opulent fucks.
I think there's just going to be war.
Exacerbating climate change, too.
I think
and
that
wars.
Ultimately, these pressures that are being put on society are going to get worse and worse over the decades.
I kind of find it interesting how, honestly, these are kind of connected to that initial conversation, too.
More pronounced.
We have these type of people that live in such lifestyles like this, but yeah, these are all the fucking problems they're facing, and they just do this, like, just on a whim.
It's just, I don't see any way out of that other than war. And so, and even that, I don't think it's a way out. I think it's a way through it. What happens in that war? I think it's heavily weighted towards somebody gets an itchy trigger finger and there's a nuke, and then there's more nukes, and then if that happens,
well, kiss Mandy goodbye.
It is not only ruined from a climate perspective, it's just ruined. And most of the places where most of the fucking resources that are readily available are now irradiated,
unusable. I mean, chances are it's probably, hopefully not the nuke part, but chances are it is. I mean, It's probably going to be like, major like wars that kind of cause these major catalytic events.
That's just
the climate change, mass migration.
I think that the pressures from all of the other shit that we're facing, rather than unifying us and bringing us together to face it down and figure out how to fix it.
Well, I think at least it'll be like that for sections of people, like sections of our population, but still going to be heavily divided between people that are going to want to keep people out versus, trying to unify.
That would be that. What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'ma get you drunk. Get you love drunk on my hump. My hump. That was a popular song in the 2010s, by the way.
I remember it. I know what he's talking about. I remember hearing that shit in middle school and early high school.
All that ass inside them jeans.
It was such a dumb song.
Not really. Alright, baby.
Took out. You're ridiculous.
You're gonna miss the train when you leave from Montana. I mean, I don't mind the train, but I don't miss it either.
I'll give you a little speak. Didn't even wait for it. It was like, no, mine. Give it. Gimme.
I have a booger. No, I don't. You're trolling. I think that's just a nose hair. Yeah, it's just a nose hair, bro. Could be Montana, could be Wyoming, could be Nevada, could be a number of states. Who knows? Who knows where Paul goes?
It's
only Paul knows.
It's probably Montana.
You miss Duncan.
Well, no, it's
No.
he fucking froze everyone off though. He's not. He ain't gonna be in the Northeast.
What's the worst thing you've gotten for Christmas? The worst thing?
Because he's mentioned that they ain't really gonna cut it.
I don't know. I can't remember. Probably like a sweater that didn't fit me or something.
I'm trying to think.
That's always bad as a fat person when people assume you're less fat than you are and they get you something they're like, oh, he's probably an XL. And you get it, and it's like a baby shirt on you.
I get the opposite. I get people that give me too large of clothes.
Like there's some times as a fat person where you get clothes and you open it up and you hold it out to make it look like you're looking at what's on the shirt, but you're really looking at like the overall size of it, and you know.
You know.
Yeah, maybe like 50 pounds ago I could have squeezed my big fucking ass into this shit. And tank's happening now.
If anything, I need to like game fitty to wear a couple shirts I've gotten before.
You can't really do that.
I still wear them
I
anyway,
understand,
but
like it could be considered
they're just
offensive, but I
really roomy.
fucking overjoyed, man. The bigger the better. Give me a big ass hoodie that's like a blanket on my ass. I'll wear it. Fuck.
I mean, I'm down for fucking XL hoodies and shit. I like that. I like nice, roomy, blanket ass
everything
hoodies.
that I have that I wear on a regular basis is size. This jacket here that I'm wearing is probably like 2 sizes too big for me. But that's the way I like it. Fucking blanket.
Hell yeah.
Wear.
Because that shit right there just be a vibe.
Yeah,
Nice fucking
I can't be cool.
big ass fucking hoodie and you just like get all nestled in there like a blanket. Comfy.
Turkey sandwich with artisan bread for Christmas. I don't know.
You should just make hoodies that are made out of the same materials as blankets and just make them like straight up like blanket hoodies. There's a blanket, but like in the center of it, there's like 3 little sleeves where, you can have your arms go through and put your head through. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, I guess that's pretty much just like a fucking poncho, but I mean, one that wraps around you instead of just, you know, laying on your shoulders. I've actually always wanted to get a poncho.
Be a hoax. No.
I actually want to find one that like, has a pretty cool design on it. Maybe get
Too
one.
busy to come on this year, but we had the actual Santa on the show last year. And he made a turkey fucking, I asked him, like, prove your Santa, make me a turkey. All I want for Christmas is a turkey sandwich on Artisan Grill. And the motherfucker did it. So it's the real Santa. So I don't want to hear that shit.
The war on Christmas will be stopped.
State fucking shit that your parents poisoned your mind with. I don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm. He's out there. He's doing his thing, and people want to hide it.
Santa's not real. Pish posh. How many hoes do you think Santa actually has? He's gotta have a lot, yo.
Dude, a man who eats that many cookies a night, that dude is a buff eating machine.
I would imagine.
There's like songs where it's like, I thought my mother kissed Santa, and all that shit, you know? So it's just like, I don't even think that's how it goes, but whatever. But it's just like, I mean, you got songs like, yeah, dude, that guy's straight up eating all them off. He's getting all them hoes, bro.
Somebody go vroom. Somebody drive fast. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
He spends 364 to 600, or 363 days of the year about being loyal for Mrs. Claus, but then he goes full ham.
Plastic cup. There ain't no pollen.
He gets about 24 hours out of his year, to just go lay down some muffs. You know what I mean? You know, him and Mrs. Claus got like a little open relationship thing going on. I mean, don't king shame his ass.
Johnny bumped by the other day. He's back. He's back in his good spirits again. He doesn't have his flag back up. I didn't see a flag hanging off. But Jay bumped him and says he's back in a good mood. He bumped by a couple days ago, I think.
Pop some shit in my bag. That felt good. Oh fuck. Oh. Damn, that felt nice. And this is so nice. Oh, that felt good. Getting the stretches out, getting the cold squeezed out of me. Scuff's all just going to town grooming himself. I swear he's starting to learn that from the cats. I think Bandit's still asleep on the washing machine too. Being a little dork.
Man. Why you gotta dig that out? Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I should give him bacon. I don't have any bacon right now.
I don't even want to think about that shit. It took me years to push that song out of my fucking head.
All I want to do is zoom, 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 and boom, boom, just shake your rump, bum, bum, bum.
All I want to do is
Zoom, 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 and boom, boom. God damn it, fuck that, whoever God Paul with that, now I got it.
Are you gonna be a mall Santa when you turn white?
Paul's already a mall Santa.
Maybe.
I mean, canonically, does Santa have to have, like, a white hair and beard?
By that time, I might need a mall Santa gig here and there.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, does it have to be?
Who knows?
I mean, it was appropriated by fucking Christians anyway, so, I mean, like, I mean, is that even truly accurate, or, was it just something that got appropriated?
Red pill stuff? That's too big.
Red pill? What?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about like the MRA red pill.
There's a lot of red pills. There's like conservative red pill, MRA red pill.
Red pill specifically.
I mean, people kind of like take red pill and make it mean different things.
I would try and be the Santa from A Christmas Story. That insanely scary Santa. It's like, ho, ho, ho. What's your name, little boy?
I don't think I've ever had a scary Santa experience. I actually remember this one time though, there was like this like public gathering thing that was going on or some shit that was like at the local community hall years back. I was probably like maybe 11 or 10.
A lot
but
of people don't know that,
I straight up,
but it's true.
like, you know,
as is.
so like me and my mom were like some of the last people out, and you know, Santa, you know, all that shit was supposed to be there and stuff, right? So he's there, and straight up, like, while, you know, my mom and like a family friend of hers were talking to somebody else and shit, the Santa walks out without his stuff on anymore, you know, besides like his red suit and shit, and I just look at him like, oh, and I just got, you know, my little kid me was like, wait a minute. And all the parents, or at least my mom and everyone else, noticed that and immediately thought of some bullshit story, like right then and there. And I'm actually impressed. Like, it was like that. Like, as soon as I went, they were like, no, that's his cousin.
I wish there was a way for me to, like, pin a comment.
Or, not cousin, it was like brother, I think. It's like, no, that's his brother. He's here too. I'm like, wait, he has a brother? And I just immediately start questioning everything. So I kind of found out at an early age, like, wait a minute. Something's a little fishy here, I say. And he was actually, you know, playing a part of it too. He's like, yeah, I'm his brother. He played around with that too, and I was like, oh, you're
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think they thought that they got me, but honestly, I'm too smart for that.
Must be French. A major award, dude. A major award.
I hear the boof of a dino in the background. Let's see Bandit Solar. He's at. Jesus, Zukov. Think of going somewhere? Oh my god. Yep. Bandit's still chilling where he's at. Wanna see him? Sleepy ass little cat. Wow. 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 Hey, buddy. Zukov, I can pet the cat. You're a sweet buddy, huh? Little bandito, you little king. Yes. Yes. Oh. You little buddy. Oh, you're just a sweet boy. Zukov, do you mind? Oh, good boy. My boys. Zukov, my boy. What are you doing? And that cat is just out. He's a sleepy, knocked out boy. Just a little sleepy, knocked out bandito, yeah. Tired of shit and sleepy as fuck. Flopped around looking like a ball croissant.
Just like the ones I never know.
Do like a little time check here, y'all. About 4 minutes left of my little power hour. Ugh. Power hour.
Act like it's the first time they've been stoned. I'm dreaming of the beats chat room where every person participates and trolls get caught by
Troll bait. I love it.
It's great.
Zukov, I know you know bandits up there, but you're not going to get to them. That's probably why he's sleeping up there, so you can, so he can avoid you. It's probably why bandits there now, huh?
I really wasn't all that into Sam Harris back in the day. I never really liked the dude back when he was, one of the atheist icons or whatever. He was probably
Sam Harris.
I liked me some good old Dan Bennett. I liked me some good old Richard Dawkins. Not my favorite of the Four Horsemen, let's put it that way.
Yeah. I like Dawkins, aside from his random, like, anti-trans shit he's been doing lately.
I'm not a big fan of his. I haven't really enjoyed anything of his.
Sam Harris is okay, but he's kind of boring to listen to, honestly.
The chat is a reflection of your fan base.
Zukov, can I help you, baby?
The chat is a reflection of a tiny, tiny group of people that choose to participate. Some of them very intelligently and funnily. Some of them stupidly. Like they're fucking 12 years old and it's the first time their parents ever let them log on without supervision. You know what I mean? People just act that way.
Pulled the Dutch out.
Fart!
I'm just gonna like forever fuck on Pole because I know that my shit goes over there now. So I'm just gonna like make tiny little mockeries of him now every now and then.
Oh my god.
Rile the stupid fucks up.
I had a better, more sophisticated way of trolling when I was a fucking kid than you guys have now, man.
Hey, man.
Back when I was trolling the early internet.
Fuck, I was doing my own little bit of trolling as a kid and shit, even on the internet, and I was doing it way better than some of these sops. Fucking bitch-ass motherfuckers.
I had a number of trolling methods, actually, but my favorite one, and this went on for a while, was the forum giant image bomb. So the internet used to be really slow. Everybody was on dial-up. Like, cable internet was not a thing that most places had access to. It was a very rare thing to have a T1 line back in the day or whatever the fuck. So you had like a phone connection that's, very slow.
Slow-ass internet lines, man. Those were days.
What I would do of course, like, the internet immediately started being, like, monetized, or, like, these companies would go out and make these little websites that you could go to for, like, their movie. And there would always be, like, a chat room.
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Like, sometimes the movies will straight up... I think they still do, where they have, like, a website for the movie and shit, where you can even watch it there, and they used to at least have, like, little forums and stuff.
On topic about the movie. And so rather than going in there and just typing like fuck, shit, twat, because there's nobody there to ban you. Like the concept of moderating a place like that was not invented yet. So what I would do is I would go out and I would find the most absurdly huge image that I could about the movie. I remember doing this extensively on the little chat room that they made for Independence Day, that movie.
Oh my god.
And Jeff Goldblum.
Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum saved the day.
I would find this absurdly gigantic image and then use the fact that these early chat rooms were not, like, they didn't lock HTML. So you could use HTML in the body of your message to do things like change the color of your text. And me and my friends knew, like, super fucking basic HTML, enough to post an image. And so rather than posting...
Most people these days know now.
Like,
it's pretty simple. Back then it was kind of difficult.
We would, like, I would just bomb it with this giant image. And it would take people like 5 minutes to load it, you know what I mean? It would be just like line by line, and they're just looking at a tiny little bit of a giant picture of the Independence Day poster. And then finally, when it loaded all the way, there would be this bomb of messages from people like, fuck you, man, why you gotta do that? Shut down the whole chat room. Motherfuckers pretending I love
Oh my god.
Like, man, I'm really excited for this movie. The trailer is really cool, LOL. You know what I mean? It would go from that to like, fuck you, man.
What
People
the?
would get in fights with each other. Just chill out, man. More attention you give him, more time he's gonna fucking post it.
Well, fuck you, man. You should have been doing it anyway. Someone needs to call about. Fuck you. Oh my god, I love it, dude. The chaos and the angst that comes from shit like that, I love it. People still do that. Like, there's still ways to do that today. It's beautiful. Just drop a little hot take and everyone just starts exploding, going.
Like,
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. That's what I love about trolling. It's simple shit like that that's good trolling.
Knowing a little bit of HTML, you know. What's up, Zigo? Merry Christmas to you and the family. IMG space SRC, and you gotta put it in brackets. IMG space SRC equals, no space. And then in quotations, the direct link to wherever that picture is hosted. And then in brackets, /IMG. And then close the bracket up. That was it. There it was. Boom. You just hacked yourself a fucking 1999 chat room. How do you fandom in sports?
I love it. It's so beautiful. I mean, again, you could still do it to this day, technically. Maybe not necessarily like that, but still ways to do it. But anyway, I gotta head off to work now. But it'll be a little early closing shift, so I might be back a little early this evening. So we'll see. But anyway, peace out.